Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and it's time for our final kind of like preview prediction period. Go over what I think will be the best and most powerful cards coming up from the Festival Legends expansion, going basically class by class and picking which one I think will be the best, including neutrals. And tomorrow we'll talk about what I think the worst of the worst. What were they thinking making these cards? And we'll talk about that as well. Let me know in the comments below what you agree and disagree with. And of course, we have our rewards track giveaway going on. We're gonna give away 3 rewards tracks out of my pocket. All you have to do is like and comment in the video in the description below. Be subscribed to the channel and you have a chance to win every 1,000 subs. Until Tuesday, the expansion launch date of April 11th, I will add another rewards track, so hit that sub button, make me go broke. So I have access to the Theory Crafting account almost days after the Theory Crafting account. It's almost like I have recorded this ahead of time. I wouldn't do that, would I? Wait, I'm wearing the same shirt. Regardless, we're gonna start off taking a look at Deathlight, what I think the best card will be. And overall, I feel like Deathlight didn't get anything too incredible. They already have a lot of good stuff and they didn't go too crazy on it. But for me, it's gotta be Death Growl. This card for 1 mana is pretty ridiculous. It only requires 1 Unholy Rune, and you can slap this onto an egg, maybe Cage Head, something pretty absurd like that, and just get a bunch of bodies on the board. It fuels your corpses, it's cheap, it's flexible. You can get this from School Teacher and discover it, but it just feels like a really powerful card, while the rest of the cards in the set don't seem all that great, to be honest with you. For Demon Hunter, honestly, it's a toss-up for me. There's some really insane stuff, and I think Outcast Demon Hunter is going to be incredible, but I gotta go with Rush of the Stage. I gave it 5 stars in the reviews, and it's still a 5-star card to me. 3 mana, draw 2 rush minions that cost 1 less. You can hit a Walloper, you can hit your 1-drop that can cheat out other stuff. Hell, you can hit your new Helveria, Dark Raven, which is pretty incredible on the board, giving you some real lethality if anything sticks around. The other card, honorable mention though, Glaivetar. Ridiculous card. 8 damage and draw 1 billion cards. Outcast Demon Hunter is going to be legitimate. It's going to be insane. And I'll probably complain about it and try and get it nerfed. Because why do they buff Walloper? What are they doing? For Druid, I am not super sold on the hero power package. But overall, I'm just going to go Peaceful Piper. This card is just nuts. For 1 mana. 1 mana. Remember, Novice Engineer used to be a 2 mana 1/1 draw card. For 1 mana, you tutor and draw a specific card, including, you know, your hero power cards, which are pretty good. And let's say you've drawn them all. Well, I'll just discover one on top of that. You can get one of your hero power cards. It's just for 1 mana, the power creep on this is just something I can't really put into words. A tutored card that okay, well, I drew my stuff like Knight of Anointment, right? It felt bad after you drew your holy spells. Well, I could still discover a beast, and I do think this is a really solid card. And a quick audible mention, I will have to say, Summer Flower Child as well as Drum Circle do seem pretty strong. It's just, can Druid survive to play them? Hunter didn't get a lot of crazy stuff, but honestly, Barrel of Monkeys feels incredible to play. I played it in Theory Crafting. It just slots into any deck. 2 mana Patriarch. It's not too bad. Getting that 2 mana 1/4, it's flexible. You can play it in a big deck. You can play it in just like a token deck, whatever you want. I think this card is going to see a lot of play. It gets 3 uses, and that's really solid with a lot of the other cards going on, regardless of what you want to play. For Mage, I've got to go with the Light Show, the 3 mana arcane spell that shoots 2 beams. They deal 2 damage, but every time you play one, it shoots another Light Show, and it's really easy to get more of them when you have cards like Vast Wisdom. You have Rewind in there. You also have Volume Up. I was having difficulty Theory Crafting just having enough room in my hand because of all the cards you can generate, and the scaling of this gets pretty nuts with spell damage, with Vexalis, with a lot of different cards. This feels like it could be legit, and it is my pick for strongest mage card. Paladin's getting stuff, but for me, nothing compares to the Disco Maul. A 2 mana 2/2 weapon. Death Rattle, give a random friendly minion +1/+1. Play minions while equipped to improve. This scales so fast when you're getting like 1/1 recruits added to your hand, cheap 1-drops. All of a sudden, you have a 2/2 weapon that gives a minion on the board +5, +5, +6, plus, like it's so fast. This card is so good. It's a card I could see getting nerfed, honestly. I was surprised by how ridiculously good it was and how much I just kind of wrote it off when I did my reviews of it. Really solid, and for me, Disco is back and it's gonna maul you in the face. First, I'm gonna go Harmonic Pop. This AoE is incredibly powerful, dealing 6 to all minions. Summon a 3/3 is just ridiculous for 6, and also just getting an Excavated Evil in the 6/6 can be very solid. Can see it slotting into multiple pre-stacks. Really solid stuff. Also, gotta give it an honorable mention, of course, to Love Everlasting, which infinite mana, probably more of a player in Wild. By the way, not making a Wild version of this video this time, but will mention Wild if there are some things I really want to talk about. Rogue is a tough one. They have a lot of good cards, but I feel like most of them aren't going to see play until balance changes happen to the current Mjolnir Rogue deck, which like almost nothing rotates and it looks really, really good. I don't know which of these cards you would slot in there because I don't think you want to run a lot of combo cards in there. So I'm just going to say MC Blingtron. It's just a win condition in itself, depending on how you build around it. Giving your opponent that broken microphone where their damage increases by 1 can be, yeah, game winning, especially with Astalor, a wide board. I just think it's solid. Plus, if there's going to be a lot of weapons in the meta, you know, it's a way of breaking your opponent's weapon, which can be rather valuable. For Shaman, I'm going Jive Insect. I don't care. It's 5 mana Ragnaros. That can't be not insane. Even like Totem Shaman, which looks like it could be a real deck this time around. You have all those cheap little totems, turn one into Rag. Your threatening board is even more threatening. How can you say no to 5 mana Ragnaros? All the Warlock cards, by the way, they are so unbelievably good. There are so many incredible cards, but I am going to go with Symphony of Sins. It is a win condition in itself. It really isn't that slow. The fact you play it and get that immediate impact, and then you could just be off to the races, is a really strong card. With an honorable mention to the whole Fatigue package with Bellstring Harp, it's all super strong. Control Warlock looks really, really good coming up in the next expansion. And yeah, we have warrior cards, Rifts, lol, they're great. I don't know, this card, you play it and you win the game. It's probably the best card. That menagerie style thing where you just, yeah, you play this and try and scam. The Rifts, just, we'll probably talk about that in tomorrow's video. Felt they were just really not good. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Black Rock and Roll. Warrior, I don't think you're back quite yet. And for neutrals, I'm gonna go with Instrument Tech. I do believe that there's some pretty powerful stuff, but so many decks want to draw their weapon. And again, in Wild, where you can get like Twig and Sphere, that's gonna be pretty broken. I think this is just a versatile, strong card that will pop into probably more decks than most of these neutrals. I will mention though, I still think that Posic Audio Engineer is a pretty nutty card, adding those 3/3s to your opponent's hand and possibly milling them, disrupting them, can be pretty strong, so look out for that. Plus, we're all getting it for free, so that's pretty good. So those are my picks for the best cards in the upcoming expansion. Let me know what you agree with, disagree with, what you think will be the most powerful cards, and tune in tomorrow where we go, what the hell were you thinking? What are these cards? Riffs? Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.